Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Welcome to my channel, everybody. I know I am really zoomed in. However, you can consider this part 2 of how I prep for, mass card making and prep for replenishing my card making supplies. So can you hear the giggling and stuff? That's Hank. That's Hank. Anyways, so I kind of cheated in doing these layers of beauty because this is what I'm going to mail out for September. So I'm kind of doing a little cheat sheet on how to do this and make mass quantities of these because I'm doing 50, guys. Yeah, 50 is what I prepped for. So this is it. It's on page 57 of the annual catalog. You do not need the Layers of Beauty stamp set to do this. So let me show you. Now I'm hoping, oh, see, you guys ain't going to be able to see. All right. So I wanted you to get a close up of these. Now I am going to have to pull the camera out and switch back to the other camera view. Okay, let's go to 1. That's it. It's just gonna, it ain't gonna work. So hold on. We're gonna put it back in the stand. All right, so there we go. That did not work out so well. So we'll just go back to it. So here's 2 cards, right? And this one, I would say this would be simple. This is stepped up a little version, but I want to hold this up and show you. Do you see this little detail down here? You ain't gonna believe where I found it at. Okay, hold on. So, my sentiments for these cards that are going to go out for my mailing list are from Layering Leaves. We're using the Hello. We're using the leaf. Now, for your little splatters, you could use this one, but I'm using, of course, my itty bitty backgrounds. But I'm telling you, there's lots of choices. Hank, it's making me laugh. Oh, I'm using Thinking of You and For You. And of course, the hello. But I'm using the Christmas stamp set using Naughty and Nice. This is that little detail right here. Do you see it? And better yet, guys, I cut that little dash off because I couldn't stand it. Let me show you. I did. I chopped that little thing right off. Let me see. Right there it is. I can always put it back on there. And I just realized, oh, please let it be dry. Okay, it is. But I chopped that little thing right off because I just couldn't, I didn't like the way it stamped. So that is that little detail. So, oh, it came out so nice. So I am going to show you my cheat sheet way of doing this and how I stack things up and do them. So yes, I am still using Retired product. This is Mango Melody and Pear Pizzazz ink and Mango Melody cardstock. So these are the cards we're going to make today. Oh, and I've got to show you guys are going to laugh at this one because I love showing you guys when I make mistakes. So the first stack I did, first stack of 12 I did this early this morning. I'm out here, I'm just stamping, enjoying it. So these are in Pale Papaya and Pear Pizzazz. Beautiful soft colors. Everything's going great. Wait for it. Wait for it. Do you see what I did? All 12 are stamped like this. All 12 are stamped sideways. And I'm taking my time. I'm not in a hurry, not a care in the world. Every 12 are like this. So my solution on how to fix it, I cut 12 and I restamped them. And now I got to glue these all in. So that's on the agenda. Just thought I'd share with you. It does happen. So let me show you my stacks. So what I have done, those are more of the Pale Papaya. So I've done them in sets of 2 because I can get 2 side by side and do 2 at a time. So I have 2 pieces of 3 3/4 by 5 and paired with the 2 pieces of cardstock that are 4 by 5 1/4. Now I really don't do anything with the cardstock at this point, but it just helps, the color helps separate the white. And then my next stack, they're 2 by 2s, and those are the card bases that you saw me put the envelopes with, okay? And some of them are the 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 scored at 4 1/4, and some are the 4 1/2 by 11 scored at 5 1/2. So those are, honestly, they're like this to my left. That's how they go, right to the left hand of my glass mat. Then I have my, scratch paper here, which is just printer paper. So I have layers 1, 3, and 5 of the stencils. And then I have layers 2 and 4. And these are set like this off to the side. I told you I'm doing a little cheat sheet because I was doing so many of these. Then I have my stamp and Pierce mat. You can see all the stamping. That's one of the last layers. So let's get started. There's no taping, no marking of anything on this. And we are going to start with Mango Melody. So I'm going to put 2 pieces side by side. Right. This one has 3 for some reason. It's all right. Just in case I mess up. But it's really forgiving. So I'm not marking anything on this one. The only thing I am doing is I'm not putting it directly in the center. There is plenty of room. I'm just putting it down a little because I want to leave, the hello is going to go into the leaf, but I just want it down a little. And they're all going to be different. Now I'm going to do my stencil brush or blending brush. You could use a sponge dauber. Sponge dauber is just going to take more time. This is much easier. So I'm just, oh my goodness, he is just a giggle box right now. So there you go. There's one, right? Ta-da! Yeah, that's how quick and easy it is. Okay, right about there. Just eyeballing it. Tap it off. And I'm just laying on ink. So like I told you, we're doing a cheat way. I just could not help but show you. So that's layer number 1. Layer number 3. We're skipping 2 because we're going to do all the color. So this is why I wanted to see this part here. And this part I'm going to hold it up and show you. So what you're going to do is, do you see this? See how you got that white? Slide it in there and then just work it to where right about there looks good. It is so forgiving, everybody. It really is. Now, maybe a little bit more that way. There we go. So this is where I started counting. So I dab it, tap off, and then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tap, 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 tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm hardly putting any pressure on it because I'm tapping each time I put in the ink. Tap, tap, and this is a real juicy pad. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, I did 10 strokes each time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tap, tap. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can count to 10. Ta-da! That's what we did. So we're going to get it over here. Why are we counting out loud? Because we can. Hank's in there giggling. 1, 2, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tap, tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tap, tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look how gorgeous this is. I could not help but share with you this. Now these, I do 6 strokes. That's just how it, you know, trial and error. So on this one, let me show you with the little. So I try to line up, there's this little curve on here. Let me show you. So there's this little curve and this little curve. And I try to line them up with this here and with this here. I don't always get them perfectly, but you don't need to. You really don't. This is so forgiving, everybody. So forgiving. So this one goes in there really even. Oh, look at that. That's almost perfect. So that I'm going to leave it right there. And I tap, 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 tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And guys, because I'm holding it back here, not here, I go more pressure. Down here, it's really even pressure. Real light pressure. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, the only thing is when I lift up this, if I lift up my fingers, that looks really good. This one could use a little darker. So what I'm going to do besides adding ink is I can huff on this brush. Just breathe hot air on it. Go from your belly, right? Go. So ready? And rub again. Because I can see it needs a little darkness. Oh, that's so much better. But if you don't mark here, getting this lined up with this little one would be difficult. Ask me how I know. That's really great. So this one's done. And we don't need to take it away because we're going to need to do the green. So now I'm going to line up. I always start with this one down here just because it's easier. And it almost puts this one in the perfect position. Tap, 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 tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tap, tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tap, tap. Tap, tap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tap, tap. Tap, tap. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I do this one? It won't hurt it if we do it again. I forgot counting. See, if I don't count out loud, I lose track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I knew this one needed double, so we're going to go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's check it. Oh, yeah. Yes, 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 yes. Do a happy dance. Yes. All right. We're going to Pear Pizzazz. Now we're going to do number 2. We did 1, 3, and 5. Now we're doing number 2. And so this one here, we are going to put these 2 leaves right in this area right here. See that? And this little lip here goes right there. And then you just got to give it a little twist and it kind of just falls into place. So cheat, cheat. So this one might itty little brush. So you can tap, tap, or you can tap off on there. And I don't count on this one. I just rub, 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 rub. Till I like the color. Rub, 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 rub. And I kind of tap it in here and I do a set of leaves and then tap it again. Just start off on the plastic. Plus, I'm using an old cloth pad. If this was a foam pad, I wouldn't be doing this. I would be tapping off. But since it's a cloth pad, all right, there's one. Don't need to do no more on that one. Let's scoot this one over. And I'm going to start by lining up this leaf. That's my guide. And then I just kind of like, you can maneuver it. There. Here we go. See how my finger is getting down here? Because it needs more pressure to get more ink in there. I still got to figure out what color is going to go with Evening Evergreen. Because I cut Evening Evergreen as a backing. I just don't know what color ink needs to be the flowers. But I know I'm using Evening Evergreen because I had so much of it. Just 2 colors of ink is all you need. Like I said, you can use a sponge dauber. In fact, I'm going to show you that on one of these. One of these we're going to use a, here. Let's see. You're going to get, oh, that's going to be really dark. So stamp off if you use a sponge dauber. You're going to get a little bit of a stippling image. Meaning little dots. See, sponge dauber, no sponge dauber. Now we're going to do number 4. So 4, we're going to do, on the first one, we're going to do the blending brush, and then the other one, we're going to do this dauber. It's just going to be the different, I don't know if I have a Mango Melody. So this one is a little trickier. You just need, I'm going to tell you, this you're going to see a lot of white in these areas. This is going to have white. This is going to have white. This is going to be white in here, and white, white, and white. So don't think you're off. You're going to be on. You just need to get it. That was perfect. So this here is not going to have hardly any white showing. This is going to have white, 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 no white, white here, white, white, white. And that's kind of like your shadowing effect, right? So ink it up, start off. Start off. The more pressure you apply, the heavier the ink and the darker the ink is going to be. Now I like to get in that little crevice, in this little crevice. That's why this little brush is so good. Wiggle, wiggle it in all those little crevices of the stencil. You can pick up ink off the stencil and get it in there. So that is done, right? So on this one, we are going to use the sponge dauber. Since I told you you could do it, I'm going to show you can do it. So I just need to get it is lined up in there. That looks really good. Sponge dauber time. Now I'm going to stamp off over here a bit. I'm going to load up my sponge dauber though. Now I'm going to pounce straight up and down. Oh yes. Go straight there so it is easy. Right directly into that little crevice because it's white under there, straight there. That shouldn't have been that dark. I should have stamped off there. It's okay. Shading, right? Pounce, bounce, pounce, straight up and down. And here we're going to go straight into that little spot and then over to that one. All right, let me show you. Oh, we missed one. Okay, this one needs to be darkened, and so do those two. This one a little darker and that one. So I need to go back in, get it into its spot again. All right. At least this time I can kind of see better. This one needs some darkness here. It's not quite there yet. get the tips and right there. And then up near the top of this one needs to be darker. So if you don't have blending brushes and you were thinking, oh my goodness, I'd love to do that, but I don't have blending brushes. If you got sponge daubers, honey, you can do this. Part of me wants to go back over all of this now with a Mango Melody. So let me check my retired colors and see if I have a Mango Melody sponge dauber. If I do, we will go back over it. That's not it. Pale Papaya. I don't think I see a Mango Melody, and I don't want to just start a Mango Melody just for this. So the answer is no. Look it. I have Pale Papaya. That's Peach Pie. What is this? I got 2 peach pies going on. Oh my goodness. These are the same colors as these. They sure are. They're even marked the same. Oh yeah, I did really good on those. Oh my goodness gracious me. Okay, I have no Mango Melodies at all. So the answer is no. Even with the unknown ones. So we'll just leave it as is. So it's still pretty. So let's get them stamped because we're not done. Told you we're going to take, first we're going to stamp the hello. Yes, we're going to stamp hello. Bring in the stamp in Pierce Matte because these are all polymer stamps. So let me, little OCD here. My leaves are going to go back together in the order in which they were received. No, they're going to go in the order which they need to be done and put them back together because I've got a stack here to do. Put those down. We're going to stamp hello in my green, which for me is Pear Pizzazz, and I'm going to stamp it right there. Told you part of it is going to be on the leaf, but it's still nice and sane. There we go. Then we're going to stamp that little detail, right, from Naughty and Nice. You guys hear that kid? He is just having a blast in there. All right. Now we are going to take Mango Melody and my itty little backgrounds, but like I said, layering leaves has those little splatters. That's all this is. We're going to stamp off twice. And I'm going to have to move one of these. And I am just going to stamp around the outside. So stamp, and I'm not holding it down. Just stamp, stamp. The longer you hold it down like that, the more color. So this one's going to get a lot of color. I wanted it lighter than that, but we're going to have to go with it. Now I'm going to huff on this one. And then hopefully lightly go around because you'd be surprised how much ink is still left. Still just heavy breathing on it. Look at all that. And we got 2 of those and we didn't re-ink it once. Not once. I forgot I was going to leave one white. Well, not this time around. Where is my sponge dauber? These are all going to be this way. So we're going to go straight this way like this. Thump, thump, thump. All the way around. Fingers behind, thumb in front. If it makes a little thump, 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 thump sound, it's going to be good. Now, you can go back over it. Instead of going like this, you're going to tilt your hand more this way, and you're going to get more ink going towards the center of the card. And it's just going to look more shaded, more shadowy. You can breathe hot air on your sponge dauber as well. And look at that. Gorgeous. Okay. let's ink it up because that took a lot of ink. So start here. All the way around. Now it looks just as pretty plain, and I'll show you the other one that doesn't have all the stamping on it. You know me, I'm just playing around, guys. Enjoying the just, oh, I forgot to turn it. Turn my finger, that is, and go back around it because I do like that brought in more. So some of these will probably, I'm going to show you how to maybe vintage it up a little here on one of these. Why not? Why? Because I can. So take your blending brush, pick a spot, do not re-ink it, and just blend some color here. Then blend some color over here. And then blend some more color over here. Maybe a little color there. And you try to get like 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 5 down here. And I'm going to make this one right here a little bigger. Take your green brush. Do not re-ink this one either. Now, blend some little colors up the green over there. Sometimes you have to, like, we're going to have to put some more ink on that brush because that just is not getting it done. So let's load it up, take some off because you can always add it back. So here, so pretty. I'd love to know, which one do you like better? The one without or the one with ink? And I'm going to have to add more ink there. Blending or no blending? Green here. You can add as much or as little that you like. Okay, so I'm going to come back with the Mango Melody. Look at that. So, 3 different versions. Let me show you. This is white without any speckles. This is more vintagey, right? 1, 2, and 3. Which is your favorite? 1, 2, or 3? Let me know. Please let me know. So let's get these onto their card bases. So we have our 2 backings. Oh, that kid is like, I don't know what he's playing. Him and my husband. That's what I mean. Some days it's like 2 10-year-old boys just having a blast. I don't know who is going to miss who more when the youngest one goes back to school. Oh. But oh. Sadly for Hank, my husband can snap out of that boyish charm in a blink of an eye. This one I think is a little off, but that's okay. What is this? That's 3. Oh, it is just a hair off. So let me trim this one up, and I'm gonna I don't know why it's so. It is just off. I'm gonna have to re-sponge that. I'm gonna have to double check all of those. Of course, this is with that great big guillotine of mine, which every now and then I'm going to have to check them all. All right. Dots and dots and more. Dot. Okay. There we go. And of course I couldn't get it straight. And too much, too little. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's pull that right back up because that did not work out too well. It did not work. All right. That's still, what is wrong with me today? That just cannot go on there. We need to add more glue again because let's just scribble glue. Maybe I just didn't get enough wiggle room. I was trying not to get too much glue on this thing. You know, I didn't want an abundance of seepage getting all over my hands, but then I couldn't get it lined up. And I think it's back in that same position, and it's going to stay there because it's not wiggling. All right, so let's stamp the insides. Put those aside. We have 2 card bases. And we need the stamp Impierce mat because we're still using polymer stamp sets, even though every now and then. And this, guys, is why I had stamped them sideways. I would put the card bases like this. I know this is what I did. And I would open them up like this, and I stamped everything sideways. Yeah. Yeah, I did. I didn't stamp them this direction. I stamped them. I don't know what was wrong with me. I was having, I was just relaxing and just stamping away. That was me this morning. So we're going to stamp there. And we'll leave that there because I'm going to need it again. Stamp off twice. And I'm going to clean this off now because now I'm going to bring the same detail to the envelope and to the inside of the card, but I'm going to be stamping it this time in the color of the flower, and I decided to do it just like that. Just a little detail, right? So I sponged all of those, so now I have to go back and spend all of them. All right. See, half of them are going to be sponged and half aren't going to be sponged, but because I sponged these two, both card bases are going to be sponged. But I thought, oh, I'll do half and half. There's one. That's done for one of them. Let's do the other card base, and we have to sponge this one as well. So sponge, sponge, sponge. This is thicker, so it doesn't need as much support because this is a card base. Not just a little piece of cardstock, though it does get a little challenging the farther you get down. All right, let's try to stamp it going the right direction again. This one's going down here. Layering leaves for the inside. Puffing. And the little detail that I did a little surgery on because I'm not afraid to do that. Now our envelope. Stamp off because I want For You to be seen, and that's going to be in full strength ink. And once again, we're going to use our little detail on the side. Then we're going to huff, add a little ink, huff, huff. Look at all that ink, and we only huffed, right? So let's do it again. Let's see how much ink we can get off of it this time. Oh, yes, we can. At an angle. Okay. Leaf stamped off. Off. Can even go that way. Full strength. There. For You. Full strength. and the little detail. And it is these little details, I think, that make everything just go together. Oh, are we ready to put everything together? And I'll show you the little pearlized effects I'm adding to it. I added the glitter glue, but I think the pearlized effects look better. 2 card bases, 2 envelopes, and 2 card fronts. And then we'll look at all 3 of them. You get to see the one I already did that didn't have any sponging. Versions 1, 2, and 3. And then it's time to go get everything ready for practice. Oh, it's so pretty, guys. It just really is just lovely. Just lovely. I mean, if I didn't like it this much, I would not be doing 50 cards. I don't think I've done this mass amount of cards in since 2008. Yeah. That's a long time. And back then I would only do them like in sets of 10s and 20s. All right. So let me show you. I kind of think, let me see if I can do it again. So I have a hard time, was having a hard time with this getting a little peak like on a Hershey's Kiss, but I think I figured it out that if you go from the side, right, and you give it a little, if you go a little to the right of where you want it, and you push it and then pull it out, you don't get that really tall peak like a Hershey's Kiss. So go a little to the right and give it a little push, you know, as far as you're squeezing and you're forcing it out to the right. You don't get that little Hershey's Kiss topper, because I hated that with that. But there I got really nice pearls on it, and I absolutely love it. That came out really, really pretty. So let's do this again, and hopefully I don't so I'm giving it a push as far as I'm squeezing it, right? That's what I call the push. So a little bit to the right of center, give it a little squeeze, a little push. So a little right to center and a little push, meaning a squeeze, and I pull it off. That's how to work that. Yes, it only took me forever to figure it out, but I hope that helps you guys. Because if you guys were having a hard time getting those peaks, it's probably because you're using it like this. Use it from the side. And now I need to go find the black in the, I don't know where the red is. I have the black here, and I know they have a gold and a silver. I don't know what the other color is. And goodness knows where I put the red, because I wasn't really a fan of the red, but now I want to try the red. I just got to figure out where I put it. Okay. So I'm not going to close my ink pads up because I got a stack to finish, but I do want to move things so you can see them all lined up together. So this is 3, 2. This one has its pearls on it. And 1. So 1, 2, and 3. 1 meaning I didn't do any sponging around or little speckles around it. Everything is the same. No sponging and no little splatters, no itty bitty backgrounds. This one has the sponging and the little speckles, and then we took just the excess ink that was on our brushes and sponged that random places all over it. So let me know which one is your favorite. 1, 2, or 3. 3 is very vintage. 2 is just a step up from this one, but this is very clean and classic. I think they're all 3 are gorgeous in my opinion. It just depends on which your eye is drawn to. So would you do me a favor and let me know? Thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoy watching my videos, you could help me out by subscribing. I understand that there are people who do not subscribe, but 45% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed. And that's okay if one of them are you, I understand. But if you would consider subscribing, hey, that means I'm halfway there and getting you to subscribe. So thank you very much. As always, it is the comments that keep me doing these videos, everybody. It is my extreme joy to share with you my love of paper crafting. Thank you all so very much for allowing me to come into your home and share this, my passion with you. And as always, please come back and visit me in my wonderland. Bye-bye for now, everybody.